Hi, hello everyone. This is Integrated Math 1 Readiness with me. I'm Ms. Fisher. And then Readiness has always been a co-taught class. So our co-teacher is Ms. Britton. So just a bit about me. I received my bachelor's in math from San Diego State. I also went there for my teaching credential. And then recently, earlier this year, I completed my master's in education. This is my 7th year at CCA, and this is my 6th year teaching the Integrated Math 1 Readiness class. So what's special about readiness? So we are preparing students for their next class, which they should be taking Integrated Math 1 in the spring. And we really want to build that strong foundation in math where they really can start progressing in their mathematics. For quarter one specifically, because it is distance learning, I've decided to really slow down the pace because I know with the emergency quarantine and the distance learning right away, a lot of kids finished out 8th grade unsure and maybe not doing their best. So I really want to focus, give time to focus on those concepts that they may have missed out on in 8th grade, and that will help prepare them for the next step in Integrated Math 1. So to kind of give you a little bit of a breakdown, for every one lesson, they'll have about 2, maybe 1.5 days to do it. So for most lessons, on the very first day, they will watch a video of me teaching the lesson, and simultaneously they'll be taking notes, and notes on everything mentioned in the video, very detailed, and then they're going to upload that, and that will be their one and only homework for that night. And then the following day, they do practice work, which is what's titled as the homework in the module, and that's what will be submitted as their homework. Now, in the module, homeworks are anywhere from 1 to 3 pages, but I'm only specifically assigning certain problems, which are always 10 or less. So you'll be able to find those problems in those weekly schedules I've been sending you. So I've already been in communication with a lot of you. So you'll be receiving these emails from me every single week, and then our co-teacher, Ms. Britton, is also going to be sending out some emails, just updates on the course and how the students are doing, etc. So a lot of people have already taken the opportunity to print the Google Doc schedule and just post it on their walls, and they can see what we're doing in class every single day. We meet live via Google Meet, and then ideally is once we're done with Google Meet, after I've excused them, they have anywhere from 10 to even 30 minutes left of the class, so they can get started immediately on what their homework is that night. And then again, ideally is for them to finish that homework in those asynchronous block times that CCA has, which is from 1:40 to 3. That way kids aren't doing their homework minutes before they have to upload it, and this will really help with late work. So as soon as they're done, I would like them to upload a PDF. It makes grading way easier. There's no issue with PDFs compared to other documents that are usually uploaded. So upload a PDF, and I'm giving them till 10 p.m. So it's plenty of time for them to do the homework, upload it as a PDF, and get that turned in and submitted to Google Classroom. That's going to be the case for every single night, except for on weekends. If they want to turn it in earlier, they can, but those due dates are just like my last requirement. If they want to submit homework beforehand, that is absolutely okay with me. And then we will be taking a test. So this is the current schedule for this week. So since we took a test last Friday, we're not taking one this Friday. So we're going to be taking a module test every other Friday. And it is going to be open note because of distance learning circumstances. So I don't want kids to use their cell phones to Google, use the internet, or use PhotoMath, get help from a friend, a parent, a tutor. So I really want them to be taking detailed notes and correcting their homework in class so that they have plenty of opportunities to get help and have those references for their tests every week. Okay. And this is all in Google Classroom, by the way. So everything that they need to submit is on Google Classroom. There's a lot of tutorials online, specifically on our district website and our CCA website regarding Google Classroom. And you'll notice that there's hyperlinks for them to click on. Everything that you need is there. starting this week, I am going to start marking down for late work. The first 2 weeks, I kind of wanted to give kids the opportunity to really get used to the pace, the schedule, the courses before I really started marking late. And so the late homework policy for the readiness class is if it's turned in after 10 p.m., it is considered late that day. And then they do have until the day of the test to turn in any late work for that specific module. And they will receive a 3 out of 5. So after that module, I'm not going to accept it because it's kind of irrelevant at that point. Okay. Here's the grade breakdown for readiness. The majority of the grade, 60%, is going to be summative assessments, and those are those every other Friday tests that they take. Then the next category is homework. That's going to be 20% of their grade. Homework is one of two things: either taking notes from the videos that they're watching, and uploading them, and then the second is doing the actual homework in the module. So just pay attention to those weekly schedules as to what homework is each night, and those are going in homework category in Aries. A good suggestion that I have to make sure that kids are, one, taking thorough notes, and just two, being organized, is to have a printed module. The very first day of school, I asked students if they wanted a printed module. I told them about it, and then they filled out a Google form, and quite a few of them said no. So if you said yes, then students picked up those modules last week, but if the students said no, they may have not have picked them up. So with the readiness course specifically, they did print one for every kid. So if your student did not get one and you would have one and you don't want to keep wasting your printer, contact their assistant principal and hopefully they would be able to help you out, okay? And our final category is classwork, and that is 20%, and those are going to be like little formative assessments. I like to give kids just a little, like, how are you doing so far? A little check-in, and it can be anything from a Google form to a Kahoot game to a quizzes, just like these cool little online platforms that kind of give kids the opportunity to check and see how they're doing so far. So those will count as classwork. And then every day before the test, I give, or the day before test on Thursday, I give kids either a practice test, or we do a review game, or some kind of study guide, and that will also count as classwork. I think I went over everything I needed to. Just lastly, I know in this time it's tough. So if you're needing, if your students needing any extra help, I always encourage kids to come to office hours. So my office hours, after we log out of the live sessions, I stay on in case kids want to ask me questions about anything, and they're welcome to stay then, or they can make an appointment Tuesday through Thursday in those asynchronous blocks if they want a one-on-one session with me. And then I always suggest to kids to watch the video instructions maybe 1 or 2 more times. If they're having troubles, the great thing about the videos is that they can pause it, slow it down, skip ahead if they only want to see one part again. So definitely encourage them to go back and watch those videos. And then our district math website, which is linked on Google Classroom, they have extra worksheets and web videos for each lesson as well if you want to do that. But if anything, please don't feel free to, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Email is best. Like I said, I have already been in contact with many of you, and I appreciate your support. I know that all of us are working hard and doing our best. So thank you so much for being here, and have a good rest of your night.